play-by-play?
Yeah, Tanner Lumen and Mike feeling real confident about the speech stuff to give today. Everything's in great ties in order. The speech is the left hand not see it. Definitely not see it. And
Luderman is so comfortable in this environment.
He is. You know that he graduated in 1972 University of Maryland.
I didn't know that. That's a good piece of information.
It is. Oh, there he's waiting for the wife of the one of the announcers here today.
Good one there, Charles.
Thank you. Thank you. We have the management at the board. Moyles has cracked his knuckles and is stretching currently. And here he comes.
Stretching the fingers.
There he is, bringing his robe to the air.
What is that?
It's a very nice belt, and it's a Prada belt, I believe.
That might be a Prada belt.
And
he's devoted his life to snipping things.
Basically, he's talking his play-by-play of moving how they're going to do it.
Is that like a parachute he has on?
And he's jumping out the window.
Right.
And thank God for the buckle in the front.
Just checking the materials.
Yep, and spilled a little bit.
That's not a good thing. Not what you want to see out of the Moyle, spilling things.
Everyone can drink that.
God, Luderman is so ready for this. He's been waiting a long time. He's training. His training regimen was much more intense this year than it was in 09.
Very much so, more than 09. And the thing is that he's getting older, he is not getting younger.
Right.
But his training regimen is more disciplined, and he is more knowledgeable on which way that he needs to train for these kind of events.
Right. You can see the discipline in his eyes. He's not interested in talking to anyone.
This guy's trying to talk to him.
Right. He's not doing it. He's looking around, checking his surroundings. Very typical for a cantor in this environment.
Right, he sees actually a 5-foot radius around him, but he's not getting walked into it.
He sees behind him, actually.
That is actually by the power of his knee. People can't walk.
There it is. There it is. Knew that was coming. Very smart. Great way to start.
Thank you, Ricky. This is the day the Lord hath made, and on it we will rejoice and be glad in it. Well, welcome to a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And of course, you can notice that the weather today is beautiful, and you know why. Well, because the little boy said, I want beautiful weather, and that's what happens. So before we begin, Daddy wants to come up and say a few words. Hey, Daddy. We give the daddy a nice applause.
James graduated business school from the University of Maryland in, I believe it was 2030.
Yes, I don't know what you're saying.
Izzy, are you ready? Okay. Lauren and I would like to thank all our family and friends for joining us this morning. Whew, I knew this was going on. For Izzy Jack's Bris. But more importantly, Lauren and I would like to thank Izzy for making us a family. The name Izzy is in honor of my two great-grandfathers, Isidore Wolf and Isidore Schumann. The name Jack is in honor of Lauren's great-grandmother, Jean Spector. April 24th, 2010, the most important day of my life. 8:06 p.m., the most important hour and minute in my life. April 24th, 2010, at 8:06 p.m., my beautiful wife gave me the most breathtaking present, Izzy Jack Schumann. When Izzy opened his eyes for the first time and we looked at each other, I knew that my life would never be the same. I knew that the family that Lauren and I had dreamed about and talked about was a reality. And I knew that I felt an emotion that I had never experienced and can never describe. Izzy, your mother and I adore you. Izzy, thank you for making us a family.
Okay, Mazel Tov to everyone. I'm just going to take you through the ceremony very briefly if you haven't attended the Bris recently. The Bris Milah ceremony is divided into 3 distinct stages. The first is the introduction, where the baby is brought to the immediate area. Take a look, you have 2 chairs. The chair that's covered and decorated will be designated as Kisei Shel Eliyahu, the chair of Elijah. The Jewish tradition believes Eliyahu Hanavi, Elijah the prophet, visits every bris, as he does every Jewish home Passover time. So he's had a brief delay from Passover at everybody's home at the Seder. And he's here for the bris. The baby is placed on the chair, a short prayer is said. We'll say everything in Hebrew as well as English for everyone to understand and appreciate. The second stage where the baby is held, traditionally on the lap of one of his close relatives. Today it's going to be his proud grandfather, one of his proud grandfathers. And what will happen is that Danny will make me his representative to perform the bris on his behalf. The Torah really makes it incumbent upon the father to perform the bris on his son. But nowadays, at this age of specialization, I think Danny, and especially Lauren, decided that they would appoint me to do the bris for them, and it's my honor to do that. And Danny and I will each say a bracha blessing, and the bris will take place. Afterwards, the baby is held, a blessing is received, and then received for the first time his very special Hebrew name in memory of the two great grandparents that Danny mentioned that he will proudly carry throughout his lifetime. So we're going to start off, please, with Allison and Amy. And Max and Ben. There we go. Please have Aunt Molly, Uncle John. Baruch haba, Baruch haba, Hanimo, Shmona, Shrei, Harus, Baruch Zaki say shel Eliyahu Hanavi Zechor Malach HaBrishay is God and Hem Yamein Lishuas God Kvisi Adonai Sibarti Lishuas God Adonai Mitzvah Sisi Eliyahu Malach HaBrishay shel Chol Lefanecha Amod Ayamin V'Samcheni Sibarti Lishuas God Adonai Sasa Nochi Al Imrasak Motzi Shalom Rav Shalom Rav Lavei Sora Secha Ve'Elim Shol Ashrei Tivchar Us Korish Vel Chazei Recha Nizbar B'Tu Beisecha Kadosh Echalecha
This is the chair of Elijah, the prophet and messenger of the bris. Elijah, behold, this child before you is about to enter into the sacred covenant of Abraham through the eternal sign which will bind him forever to his noble heritage. Bestow your blessing upon him, that he always rejoice in God as one who finds great wealth and achieve peace through the love of Torah.
Zadie Spector.
And I think this is about the time we need to cut away.
Not yet.
All right, you're going to be the call of that.
And
And now.